Yesterday's bounce from the death of bin Laden didn't last long, with broad-based falls right across the market today. Earlier, I spoke to Marcus Padley from Patersons Securities. Well, Marcus Padley, first to that interest rate decision of the Reserve Bank, on hold as expected. But what would the market have taken most notice of in the statement?
Well, I think the comment, to use the quote, the marked decline in underlying inflation from the peak in 2008 has run its course. In other words, the long-term trend in inflation has bottomed and it's up from here. And that's a theme we're seeing throughout global markets, not just here. The RBA's ahead of the game with interest rate rises compared to the rest of the world. And I think also the fact they've ignored the last CPI number, which was up 3.3%, and called it temporary, and that it will be back within the target band by the end of the year. You know, that's sort of a hope, I think, and it has to turn out right. The brokers generally seem to expect an interest rate rise later in the year, third quarter. No one really expecting one in the next couple of months. The market initially jumped about 25 points, but then continued its downtrend. The Aussie dollar hardly moved.
Well, to the stocks, and a trading update from Fairfax Media has put the wind up the market, I think. What was most alarming?
Yes, certainly did. Fairfax have told us that the full-year number is likely to be down 6.1%, which is at bottom or worse than the bottom end of their previous guidance. They blame a whole host of factors, everything from floods, cyclones and earthquakes, when I think the market really knows that this is an industry battling against the internet and the iPad and is having to cut costs. You know, the stock used to be up at $5. It's now $1.20 and hasn't really recovered since the bottom of the global financial crisis. I think the trend is in place, and you know, hopefully they're not too late with their strategic moves. They're obviously going to be sacking a whole load of sub-editors, which is going to make them extremely unpopular with the media. They'll get a damn good bashing, I dare say, tomorrow.
Yeah, I probably agree with you there. Property group Stockland was also giving guidance. How was that received?
Yes, Stockland's guidance for this year was confirmed, which was okay, but they talked about next year's guidance being or